Google Bard has improved significantly since its original, somewhat shoddy launch. They've now started integrating it into things like Google Docs and Google Sheets, etc. So what I'm going to show you here is how to integrate it with Google Docs to make your writing easier there. All right, here we go. So I'm in Google Docs, and when you click in it, if you've got this little symbol, so it's a little star and a little pencil, and it says, "Help me write labs." So if you haven't got that, it may be rolling out still to you. And so Google it and see how to get that for you. So here's what you do. Here's how you use it. You click this and it brings up a prompt box. So let's say that I want to write an article on how to drive traffic to your landing pages. And so here, let me just paste this in rather than sit there and type it. Give me an outline for a 2,000 word article on how to drive traffic to a landing page on your website. Okay. Then I can hit create. And now I get to wait and watch pretty things happen on my screen. Okay, so once it finally gets done with that process, what it's going to do is it's going to show you that outline there in that box and then give you the ability to choose whether you want to keep it or not. Okay, so here's an outline, introduction, what's a landing page, why is it important, 10 ways to drive, conclusion, and here's some additional details that you may want to include in this. So all this is valuable. And if you like it, you can go with it. If you don't, you can just hit recreate and sing another song while it gets to that point. And what I've found in looking at this is it's fairly good quality these days. I'm liking what's happening. Okay, why is driving traffic, organic search, paid advertising, social media, email marketing? Okay, so this is nice. So now, if you want to accept it, you just click replace, and what it does is it puts it there on your site. So now you've got something on your page, so now you've got something to work with. So there's your outlining function. Now let's just imagine as you're doing this, you come to a point where you want to give them a list of 30 different ways that they can drive traffic to their landing page. And so you go in here, once again, you click on that little thing, it brings up the portion. And here, let me just share with you a prompt that I wrote. And so here we go. Give me a numbered list of 30 ways to drive traffic to a landing page on my website. For each, provide a statement in bold, followed by 1 to 3 sentences describing that technique and providing tools that can be used to accomplish it where appropriate. Okay? Now, notice I'm not doing the act like an expert on ways to driving traffic. I found that that's not all that helpful because what else are they assuming? You act like a stupid person talking about how to drive traffic? And so I found that you don't always have to put all that stuff in. They sort of figure out that that's what you want. And so let's see what this gives us. So while we're on the subject, so writing in the style of John Wayne, writing, all those kinds of tricks that everyone's been playing with and everyone has been talking about. Hey, they're entertaining. They're not particularly useful. And we're still learning and can't help with that. Try another request. Interesting. Let's do this. Let's try it again. That's interesting because you would think that if anyone in the world knows how to drive traffic to something, it would be Google. And so let's see if it can come up with something besides that. It probably means their engine was busy at the moment and it's doing it again. Interesting. I'll tell you, before it gave me it actually gave me an answer to this. So let me do this. I'm going to throw that away, come back in. This is the disadvantage of doing live television is you never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to try this one more time, same prompt. and create this because, hey, when I did a test thing before, it came up with some really good answers. So apparently it's forgotten what it knew before. Let's see if we can come up with something better this time. Okay, it's not going to do it at the moment. Okay, well, Google, you're hurting yourself here. Okay, so how about if we do this? Let's try a totally different one, okay? So this time I'm going to say, let's just imagine that you wanted to define something. So give me a short paragraph defining the difference between HTTP and HTTPS and why it's valuable to use HTTPS for all of my web pages. Let's see if it's forgotten how to think on this one too. Okay, here we go. HTTP and HTTPS are both protocols. It's valuable to use this. Here's some basic benefits of using this. Okay, so this is pretty good copy. And so I'm just going to click insert, and so it would put it into my writing. All right. And I will tell you that other one about the 30 ways did work before. And so now let's just step back and talk here for just a minute. So when this thing's working, it seems to work pretty well. Now, it's obviously something that you're going to want to go in and make the language yours, improve it as yours as you look at it later on. And so you'll want to do that it appears that the more you use this, the more it becomes trained to your specific voice. And so I really like the kinds of things that they're doing here, and I recommend you use it, and hopefully it won't give you errors like it just did in this presentation. Is it better than ChatGPT? I don't know. I'm still liking ChatGPT, but this is valuable because it's right there right now and you can just use it as opposed to copying and pasting. I probably, at least at the moment, will continue to use ChatGPT to do this and then just cut and paste it in. But I wanted to give you this information so that you saw ways of doing things, alternate ways of doing things. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.